Okay, well, hi everybody. Look, well, first off, I have to apologize. I did our first live WebEx session last night, but much to my chagrin, I forgot to record it. So it's not available. So I wanted to post this video, and again, to kind of get you up to speed on what I talked about in the WebEx meeting. With the people that were there, I wanted to, of course, cover the administrative sorts of things, which I think you're probably pretty familiar with, unless this is your very first class. And if that's the case, shoot me an email or something and let me know if there's some issues. But I just wanted to go over the logistics of things, when things are due, the typical due dates and all that. And again, that's all in the syllabus and it's all there, but I just, refresh, everybody's memory on things like that, remind you to take a look through the syllabus, make sure you're aware of when things are due. We start posting on Tuesdays, and the week closes on Sundays and things to that nature. But what I really want to talk about, or what I really wanted to talk about, is to, kind of develop a routine for our meetings, okay, or the WebEx meetings. So what we decided, the consensus, and if you have another idea, again, shoot me an email or a text, and I can always kind of plug that in. But what was decided that with the group that was there is, what I'll do is I'll prepare a lecture, okay, and the WebEx, all our WebEx meetings will be on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay, so the next 7 Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, that's when we'll have them. And what I'll do is I'll prepare a lecture dealing with that week's material. Okay, and what I'll do is on Monday, in the Monday announcement, I'll post a short video dealing with the discussion. Because if we're going to have the WebEx on Wednesday and you have to have post on Tuesday, that doesn't help us a whole lot to talk about the discussion then. So I'll post a short video every Monday that focuses on the discussion that we're going to have, or the discussions if there's more than one, and kind of give you some guidance and focus, maybe some ways to think about that. And then in our live WebEx, we'll then look at all the writing materials that has to be done, any written assignments or quizzes or exams or whatever else is due that week. And then I'll be able to give you some focus and direction on those sorts of things. Then, of course, any specific readings or anything in there that I think might help you a bit, I'll guide you along that line. And then if you have any questions and answers, of course, and any other topics, general housekeeping things, again, think of it like an office hours at that point in time too. If you have something you'd like to talk to me about directly, we can do it right at that time. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So then next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, I'll have a presentation, a lecture ready to roll, a PowerPoint. We'll kind of work through it where we'll deal with the material for that week. Okay, and then any writing assignments, quizzes, or anything else. And we'll talk about that kind of material and help give you some guidance and focus there. And then we can have, question and answer on that material always, of course, and obviously. But also if you have any other questions about the course. Okay, so that was kind of the crux of it. And since it was kind of a, just a kind of a conversational thing, we really didn't do a whole lot of academic stuff. It was just kind of get a feel for how we wanted the class to run. So that's the way that we kind of came up with it. So again, if, you have some other ideas or something else, say, hey, Mark, can you add this in? Or, hey, Mark, I'd like to see that, let me know. Okay, send me that email or send me the text, and then I can plug that in. But that's going to be our plan then. Okay, so that's what'll happen. So every Monday then you can expect from me to see a video on the discussions, depending, right? And then on Wednesday we'll talk about the other requirements, assignments for the week. That's where we'll kind of handle it. All right, so also one other thing we did talk about as far as the writing style, the university is very clear on formatting. They're very clear on how the papers are to be done. But as far as for me, what I'm looking for is we're trying to make our writings in particular very relevant to our everyday lives. So for me, it's okay if you write in the first person or offer your interpretation. Like this week, you're supposed to look at one of the ideologies, whether it's communism, socialism, capitalism, whatever the ideology is that you choose, and show how power and justice and order get plugged in there. Right, and I've added a little something there in the intro about that. But when you're writing about these things, it's okay for me, for my purposes, when you're writing for me, is to say, I would interpret power in this, ideology to mean this, or in socialist ideology, I would think this is how power. See, I really would like to know what you think. Okay, how you're interpreting it or how you might apply that particular concept. So that's okay style for me, because I want to see that shows me you really understand it. You're not just regurgitating from the book, okay? Then the other thing is, please make sure you have examples. That's one thing I did harp on a bit last night we were talking. Modern examples. All right. If you're going to say that something deals, for example, this week with the justice, if you're going to say it has to be just, well, you got to tell me what just is and then give me an example of something that demonstrates your interpretation of justice. So if you think justice, it means fair, then you could say, well, that would be like two people speeding. They both get a ticket, but when we go to court, one person explains they were taking their wife to the hospital because she was in labor, and the other person thought they were late for work. The person who thought they were late for work got a ticket. The other person did not. And for me, that's justice. That's just, that's fair, that's right. Okay? So those are the kind of examples. I want you to be very specific with examples when you're giving me your interpretation or you're giving me your, kind of argument on what do you think this is fair, right, whether it's a good thing, bad thing, the different things we ask you to write about. Okay? And as always, please keep in mind, I'm always here to help you. Okay, I'll do whatever I can to assist. You just got to let me know ahead of time how I can help you out. All right, contact me. Never hesitate to email me. Never hesitate to send a text. Okay, I'm here to make this class as informative and as much fun. Believe it or not, politics can be a good time. Okay, but as informative, as helpful as possible. All right. So again, I really apologize for messing up the WebEx, but from this point forward, I'll make sure I have it recorded. And again, if you have some ideas on how you would like me to present it, how the material that you want, just let me know. Okay. Thanks. I appreciate your patience with me on this. Bye now.